when we are adding bigger numbers, we need to make sure that we are aware of our place values. So we know that that's 4 units and that's 2 tens. This is 8 units, 4 tens, and 3 hundreds. So we must make sure that we line these up perfectly in our tower sum in order to make sure that we get the right answer. And we can put placeholders in just to make sure that we realize that there are no hundreds there. And then we always work from right to left. So we start with 8 plus 4 is 12. So we put our 2 there because 2 is a unit, and we carry our 1 over because that is a 10. So we put that 1 in the tens column, and we need to remember to add that when we are adding our 4 and 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is 7. Then we don't have anything to take over to the hundreds column, so we just add 3 and 0, and we get 3. So our answer is 372. Right, we have a look at another example. 1949 plus 396. Again, we just need to make sure that we space our digits out nicely so that we can see clearly our place value columns. And then we add, and we can put in our placeholder there. Right, so we work from right to left. We say 9 plus 6 is 15. We carry our 1 over. 4 plus our 1 there is 5, and 5 plus 9 is 14. Then 9 plus 1 is 10, and 10 plus 3 is 13. And then 1 and 1 is 2, plus 0 is 2. So our answer is going to be 2,345. Right, so when we are minusing, exactly the same rules apply. We now just need to remember that we are minusing, and we still work from right to left. So 9 minus 5 is 4, 9 minus 4 is 5, and 3 minus 2 is 1. So that was a nice simple one, and our answer is 154. Now, if we look at a slightly more complicated example, 1020 minus 999, we will now see that there's going to be a bit of a problem when we want to minus 9 from 0, because 0 is smaller than 9. So what we need to do is we need to borrow from our tens column. So we're going to minus 1 from 2, and we're going to be left with 1. And we take that 1 that we borrowed from the tens column over to our units column, and we get 10. So you don't add what you've borrowed, but you treat it as if it now becomes the higher place value. So this 1 is still a 10 because we borrowed it from the tens column. So it now becomes a 1 as our 10, and we keep our 0 as our unit. So we've got 10. We then are able to say 10 minus 9, and we get an answer of 1. We now cannot say 9 minus 1, because again 1 is smaller than 9, and we cannot subtract a bigger number from a smaller number. So we need to go to our hundreds column, but we see that there is actually nothing there for us to borrow. So if there's nothing for us to borrow there, we need to go to our thousands column. So we borrow 1 from our thousands column, and the thousands column is going to now have 0. So there's nothing in the thousands column anymore because we've taken that over to our hundreds column. So we now see that we have 10 there, and we can now borrow from the 10, and we are left with 9. So we're only going to borrow 1 from the 10, and we are left with 9. We take that one over to the tens column, and we are now left with 11. Right, so we now have 11 tens, and we can minus 9 tens from 11 tens. So 11 minus 9 is 2. We now have 9 hundreds, and 9 minus 9 is 0, and 0 minus 0 is 0. So our answer is 21. Right, when we are adding more than two numbers together, we can actually just do it all at the same time. Remember to put in our placeholders, and because we are adding, we put our addition sign there, and then we just work from right to left like what we were doing when we were adding just the two numbers together. So we've got 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 plus 7 is 13. So we put our 3 there and carry our 1 over. We've got 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 4 is 13, 13 plus 2 is 15. Put our 5 there and carry the 1 over. 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So our answer is 953. When we are first adding two numbers together and then minusing a third number, we unfortunately can't do it all together. So we are going to put brackets around what we need to do first, because we work from left to right. Even though addition and subtraction have same weighting, we cannot choose which one to do first. So we work from left to right, and we first do 103 plus 59. Put in our placeholder there. 3 plus 9 is 12. Put our 2 there and carry our 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, and 1 plus 0 is 1. We then take that answer, 162, and we minus 85 from that. So, because we cannot minus 5 from 2, we are going to have to borrow from our 6. So we borrow 1 from the 6, and we get 5. Carry that 1 over that we borrowed, and we get 12 minus 5 is 7. And then we've got 5 minus 8, which we cannot do, so we borrow from our 1, and we get 0 there, and we carry our 1 over. 15 minus 8 is 7. So our answer is 77. When we are subtracting three numbers, we need to do exactly the same as when we were adding and subtracting with three numbers. We first need to do the first two numbers, and then we will minus the 98. So we've got 4,788 minus 2,050. So we do that first. 8 minus 0 is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. 7 minus 0 is 7. And 4 minus 2 is 2. We then take that answer, and so we've got 2738, and we minus 98, and we put in our placeholders. So 8 minus 8 is 0. 3 minus 9 we can't do, so we need to borrow from our 7. So we get 6 there, and we carry our 1 over. 13 minus 9 is 4. 6 minus 0 is 6, and 2 minus 0 is 2. So we end up getting a final answer of 2,640.